Yo, goddamn, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be hard, now you're just wet and soft. First you was down with the AK, and now I see you on a video with Michelet, looking like straight bozos. I saw it coming, that's why I went solo, and kept on stomping. When y'all motherfuckers moved straight out of Compton. Living with the whites, one big house, and not another brother in sight. I started off with too much cargo. Dropped 4 brothers, now I'm making all the dough. White man just ruling. The brothers with attitude, who you fooling? Welcome to the motherfucking podcast. This is the Everyday Guy podcast. It is March 25th. 2020, and this is sunny, or not sunny, it's dark California right now. I'm doing it at night. I hope you like the lights. Eventually I'm gonna set something wild up in here, all red. And I was thinking, man, like, oh, do I have to like dress cool and shit? But then I was thinking, man, you guys are gonna expect that every time. And so I'm out here in a robe. In a robe, dog. I need to get my name, like, I should get it, airbrushed on. Just fuck the whole thing up. Okay. Well, I'm super pumped to bring you episode 2, and I'm polishing up my hosting skills. I'm trying to listen to as many podcasts as possible, see how people are. I can't wait to have my, like, first guest, and I definitely want to co-host. So if there's anybody out there that you think is hilarious, that can kind of vibe with what I'm trying to throw together, if you want a snapshot of what the podcast will be about, take a look at episode 1. I broke it down in 3 parts because people kept calling me and shit, like bill collectors or something, you know? Bernie Mac had a great saying, the difference between white people and black people when their bills are due. And, the creditor calls the white people, and they're just like, oh my god, I didn't know I was late. Let me send that payment right now. Boom, send out payment. And a black dude, when he gets the phone call, he doesn't answer. So he lets it ring, then go to voicemail. Then they call back again, and he'll answer and say, listen, I didn't have your money last week. I ain't gonna have it this week. And I shows how I ain't gonna have it next week. So stop calling my ass. Click. That shit always cracked me up. But I'm doing all this just freestyling and kind of finding my way. I understand there's a ton of research I can do to mimic other hosts, but I want to find my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to fucking have to, like, talk a special way, and no one's going to tell me how to talk on my podcast. Like, it's all me. And you don't like it? Get the fuck out. But feel free to speak your freedom. And like, speak your mind. If you have valid constructive criticism, like, dude, tell me about it. Anything I can do to improve, I'm always open to it. But if you're gonna, like, call me and say, stop fucking laughing, I can't, dude. That's just who I am. So I want to kick things off. Aside from making it about depression and really different feelings I go through, I kind of want to have different talks about rappers and music and skateboarding and things that I've always just been around. And music's huge to me, so I'm always going to be addressing music on here, not just rap. I enjoy any type of music that will take me on a trip, take me on a journey. The only thing I'm not for is I can't do, like, fucking techno music or house or bass and all that shit. I don't know how to dance like that. I feel like I hurt my feet. I feel like they're just stomping on the ground and shit. It fucking hurt my feet. I'm always in chucks or something. I fuck that up. So, aside from, like, all my depressing, like, bullshit that I go through, I want to talk about just, like, cool shit that I've always been into. And I know there's a whole another environment. Like, I had a good friend, I won't mention his name, but one time we had a great fucking talk on, like, the underground society of, like, sharps. So the way he explained it, and I'm so sorry if I'm butchering it, but sharps are skinheads against racial prejudice, I believe. And I didn't know what the fuck that meant. I thought like skinhead's a white boy, right? Skinhead's like a Nazi dude. And he explained it to me. He was a Mexican cat, and he's like, "Nah, dude, you got black skinheads, you got white skinheads, and they don't fuck with those Nazi dudes, and like they'll go out bashing those motherfuckers, and they all dig kind of the same music, so they're bound to run into each other at shows and shit." And he explained kind of like the coloring of the different fuck, I can't think of the name. The fucking straps that hold your pants up when you don't need a belt. And don't wear a belt with them. Suspenders. Don't wear a belt and suspenders. You know? If you're gonna do that after you get married. But take the picture without the belt and suspenders. Because it's foolish. It's foolish. The oldest men in the world are just rolling over in their graves. And, anyway, so he explained, like, the different colors of that, different colors of shoelaces on your docks. Like, dude, that shit's a trip. And, I know there's just so much more out there that I have no idea about, but I want to learn. Right now, I'm tripping out on researching like taking mushrooms and going on a trip like that, going on journeys and all the different things that people have gone through and all the different mushrooms out there. It's a trip. I've never taken mushrooms. The only thing I've ever done is smoked weed. I've never done cocaine. I drank too much and then I stopped, and now I don't. So, but yeah, I never got into that heavy shit. But psychedelics, man, it's something that's interesting to read about. When I have the time. Um, but I definitely want to open the shows with a little more consistency. I'm definitely not gonna rap on every fucking opening, but I definitely want to open with kind of my feelings of where I'm at in the day, and just to give you guys an overall sense of that everyday guy. And I consider myself that, and I hope through this podcast you guys can also agree with me. Dude, I had a. Oh, I did. Look at this. Hack a black. I smoke cigs out here. Johnny Carson smokes cigarettes on his show. He's a fucking legend. So if anybody has problems, call Johnny. I always do that like inhale after a stove, like, and then or at I have a buddy. I need to shout him out because he left me a comment. JB Justin Brown, that motherfucker dope. He's one of my best friends. I am going to have him on the podcast. I am gonna make it some way. I will get out to Arizona and we will talk about some crazy ass shit or whatever he wants to talk about. I'll have a million questions ready for him. But he would hate when I fucking take a puff of a stove and then go. He fucking hate that shit. Like, don't do it like that. He do it all cool. And I remember the first time. I think I can talk about this story. I don't think he'd be ashamed. We were fucking kids, and we got a hold of some Swisher Sweets, and I remember like we were just starting out drinking. We were just starting out like fucking around with things, and we were smoking a Swisher Sweet, and we got that head rush. Like that just you that head rush, dude, and you're floating a little bit. And we were like, oh my god, oh dude, we're fucked up. And I remember we were just like driving at the time, and we were all sketched out to drive to, I think we went to 7-Eleven or Del Taco or something. Oh my god, that was so funny. And I picked up Stogs, like not from JB. JB was always my scapegoat because my mom hates that I smoke Stogs, and my ex-wife definitely fucking hates that shit. My fiance doesn't like it. It's not like she's super pumped about it, but I don't think anybody's ever pumped about it. But anyways, I started smoking after Joshy passed away. Josh Guti. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Joshy. Josh Gutierrez. He was one of my best friends growing up, and he passed away unfortunately back in 2007. And Yeah, April 3rd, 2007. Unfortunately, in a car accident that took his life along with his own cousin, AJ. Um, and another friend of theirs, Jenny. I can't remember her last name right now, but she was a friend of Josh. I didn't know really anything about her. Two survivors at Hector Signs. Man, I'm so proud of that dude. He's fucking, he's making it in his life. Love it. Nothing but support. Um, n.i.g.g.a, I don't know. I can't really speak on her. Uh, and then So he always would get mad at me because I didn't know how to smoke a cigarette, and I was always trying to impress him because he was like a super dominant, like fucking tough dude. He was short as shit. He was a short little fucker, dude, but he was wild and he was persistent, and he had stamina, dude. He'd bang it out, and so I was always trying to like stay on his good side and shit. So if he gave me a cigarette, I'd smoke that shit. He fucking hated it too. He hated the way I smoked. And finally, after he passed, during the funerals, I remember I was in church for like about a week straight. No bullshit. It was like it was service and then the funeral the next day. Service, then the funeral the next day for his cousin, and then for Jenny, service and funeral the next day. And we had car washes for them and to raise money. And dude, one family lost two family members. It's fucking horrible, dude. And I'll never forget him. He's always he'll always have a place in my heart. I love his brother, Dennis. Dennis really made a life for himself. Nothing but love and support for that guy. I'm proud of him. And I haven't seen much of Dennis's Big Dennis. I know he left Whittier, I believe, and I'm not sure where he's at, but I hope he's doing fucking well. And I hope he still has his Harley, and I hope he's still a fucking badass. And I hope that big ass fish is still alive in their house. Fucking prom night or formal night or some fucking night. I stayed the night over there. We were partying, we were drinking, we came home, and we were just fucking around the living room. It was me, I think Steve, and Joshy, and he had a big ass fish. It's like fucking this big, dude, and the tank was like this big. So the fish would just float like this, and then he'd say, "Oh shit, I gotta flip him." He'd fucking pick up the fish and flip him, so he's like watching TV and shit. It was fucking hilarious, dude. I was dying. I remember that thing to look like a piranha. But I don't think it was a fucking piranha, dude. But it looked like one to me. I don't know anything about fish. And he would just fucking turn it, dude. That poor fish was like in a fucking 12-inch tank. It was a 12-inch fish. Oh, but that was Joshy, man. I always remember him. I have a lot of love for him. It took a big toll on my life, but I had great support. Like my sister Lisa was there. I remember the night I found out. She was there to console me and be there, and I broke down. And it was the first time I ever lost a friend. And I was supposed to be with them that night. He asked me if I wanted to go to the mall with them, and I was like, "Nah, dude." I'm like, I hadn't seen him for a while. The last time I saw him, I was working at Sears, and he was buying a comforter for his bed. And then we talked. We went over like, dude, we all gotta get together. We had a good group of us in high school towards the end of the high school years, and you know, it, we were dope. And so that night when I found out, my sister Lisa was there, and a lot of us went to the hospital to go see Hector. Hector was in the hospital in L.A., and we were there like at 4 in the morning. But it took a toll on me. It really just fucked up a lot for me, and I've definitely rebounded, but I there's not moments that I don't think of that dude. He was a true friend, and I love that guy. So I hope he's watching me somewhere. Um, but love you, Joshy. Like I was saying earlier, aside from my feelings and depression and all this other stuff, I kind of want to open the show with like different things I'm going through. I kind of just went off on the whole the Joshy moments, and that's fine. Fuck it, it's my podcast. I can do whatever I want. Next, segment one: rappers on rappers on rappers. Dylon, 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 Dylon. Best rappers alive. Just kidding. But I want to talk about the Mac. The motherfucking Mac. Ice Cube. Roll it in that motherfucking Cadillac. God damn. Anyone out there that's listening, friendly, of course, would like to go toe to toe on his discography. I think I said that right. Discography. I am willing to defend my belief that Cube is the greatest rapper of all time. I get it. There's Pac out there. There's Biggie. There's KRS-One. Oh my god. My daughters. I got two girls, right? I got a 4-year-old and I got a 9-year-old. And they are the center of my world. I will have them on the podcast. There will be moments, a lot of moments, when I talk about those girls. But when I walk in the house and if I say whoop whoop, one of them will come out and say, "That's the sound of the police." And I'll do it again. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the beast. It's the best funny fucking thing in the world. Next time I talk to them, it's already too late tonight. They're probably getting ready to closing up shop at Kelly's house. But next time I'll record. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Oh god, KRS-One. He's a motherfucking Mac too. But straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube from a gang called Brothers with Attitude. When I'm called off, I got a sawed off. Squeeze the trigger and bought his hauled off. You too, boy, if you fuck with me, the police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out for the punk motherfuckers that's showing off. Oh my god. Tell me that was not a trend-setting fucking flow that made rap what it is today. Like, again, I will debate with anyone on this on Mr. Ice Cube. This dude wrote lyrics for other rappers. He wrote lyrics for nearly the whole group of NWA, other than MC Ren, and I don't think Dr. Dre wrote. Eazy-E wasn't even a rapper, but he found his way. But he wrote for rappers that were just coming up. Him and Jay-Z partnered on so many fucking songs, and they like wrote for each other and would constantly work with each other. People don't talk about that. You can't deny Ice Cube's lyricism. And if you don't share the same thought, listen to King of the Hill, My Summer Vacation, Colorblind, No Vaseline, America's Most Motherfucking Wanted. When you type in America's Most Wanted, America is spelled AMERIKKKA. That's Ice Cube, man. And you want to get funky? Listen to Bop Gun. Oof, man, he gets funky. Want to dance? We be clubbing. Turn that shit on. Yup. You want to make love? Listen to Nappy Dugout. I'm just kidding. If you're gonna listen to Nappy Dugout, don't listen to it at work, around kids, around a female, and just be careful. You want to gangbang? Check yourself. Just him solo. What's That Connection has a bunch of gangbanging songs. Bow down. You want to know about the hood mentality? Oh my god, listen to the hood mentality on Ice Cube's raw footage album. Type that shit in. You can find it anywhere. Find it on YouTube. I'll throw it up on my YouTube. I'll throw it up on all my platforms too. But hood mentality. Listen to that shit, man. He talks about and calls out all these athletes that came up, but they couldn't shake that hood mentality. Pac-Man Jones. He talks about fucking O.J. Simpson. He just like it's Crazy. If you don't want to shake that hood mentality, how the fuck we supposed to change our reality? That's heavy. But if you listen to that, like listen to that line, read that line, write it down, and write it in poem form. If you don't want to shake that hood mentality, comma, next line, how the fuck we supposed to change our reality? Period. Look at that shit. And does that not, you know, I hope it tells a young youth child, I don't care what color, what age, what gender, just a youth, you know, a wild youth kid coming up that wants to play sports and maybe take it to the next level, and they're not in the best scenarios, they have to be able to look at that, and when they get to that scenario, shake that shit, because it'll only bring you down. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson spent so much money taking care of all his people, he went broke. You know, and these dudes just, it's unfortunate, I don't blame them, but Ice Cube makes a hell of a point. If you don't want to shake that hood mentality, how the fuck we supposed to change our reality? Anyone want to debate the best lyricist in the game? Please be my guest. Okay? I love it, but remember, if you come at the king, you best not miss. That's Omar. Type in Omar from The Wire. Watch that motherfucker. He's so funny. He used to, what did they say? What did you do? Man, I used to rip and run. I robbed drug dealers. That's what he did. He only robbed drug dealers. And, man, that show The Wire is the fucking greatest, so. But, speaking of fucking kings, right? Real motherfucking kings. I need to talk about, real quick, the best rap groups. Right now on my list. Number 3 is coming in hard at Westside Connection. Connect Gang, Connect Gang. Westia for Leah, my Nia. If you don't know what that means, I can help you. If you don't know what Westia for Leah, my Nia means, send me a comment. Send me a post, something like that. Reach out to me. My email is somewhere on there. Go to my website. Call me. 562-277-1449. If I answer, I answer. If I don't, leave a voicemail. Send a text in there. I don't give a shit. Everybody's on lockdown, so I can't go anywhere. Everyone's connected, though. So if people aren't answering your phones or your texts, ooh, they're running away from you because we're all connected right now. There's no excuse for that shit. Ooh, some of y'all fucking around out there. Anyways, Westside Connect comes in at number 3 for me. Number 2, Outkast. Oh my god, Andre and Big Boy. The best group to culminate funk, rap, and pure lyricism. Andre 3000 has just that quick, off-the-head flow that takes you on a quick journey. And Big Boy will tell you his motherfucking stories, because he's got a lot. And that dude is for real. And I always loved the work they put out. Their chemistry was amazing. I hated that Andre 3000 like would always tease us with like being on a track. What was that fucking name of that song? I bang in my white tee, I bang in my white tee. When he came out with his remix, I thought, oh shit, Andre 3000, he's gonna come out with his own album. No, he never did. Or maybe that Idlewild album, but I don't know. But number 1 for my best rap groups has to be the Dog Pound. This brings up another point. I have an amendment to make to episode 1 when I outline my top 3 rappers. I think I said number 1 was Ice Cube, 2 was Kendrick Lamar, 3 was J. Cole. After I like put that shit up, I was like, nah, that ain't fucking right, dude. What about Snoop? I love Snoop Dogg. And so I had to bump J. Cole, and I think he'd understand. I hope we're still friends. We were never friends. He doesn't know anything about me. But he can. And you know how he can? If you guys all send him this video and say, J. Cole, what's up with you and Rudy? Are you guys still friends? Anyways, I'm going to bump him from number 3 to number 4, and I'm gonna bump K Dot down to number 3. Love you, K Dot, but you're still in the top 3. And I gotta plug in Snoop at number 2. Um, Snoop Dogg, man, Snoop and Ice Cube together, game over, game over. But number 1 group has to be the Dog Pound. Daz, Corrupt, the Dog Father, Snoop Lion. I never really listened to him when he was Snoop Lion. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was a quick journey for himself. Who knows? I hope he found whatever he was looking for. He's a dope ass fucking dude too. Like a super good dad. Fucking involved, dude. Involved. And he plays it. He's got a strict house. He likes to blow some trees though too. I had my dad had a coworker that had a son that was in Snoop Dogg's like football camp, right? And he was a hell of a player. The kid went on to I think Arizona State, and I'm not sure what happened from there, but he was real tight with Snoop Dogg. So the team would come over and shit, and the dude was telling my dad, he's like, man, I went over, fucking Snoop Dogg gave me some weed. I swear I'm barely waking up right now. That's a fucking badass story, dude. That's fucking dope. He lives right in Diamond Bar. I'm in Chino right now, man. Right next to the women's prison. I'm between the women's prison and the men's prison. No bullshit, dude. Right in the middle. And there's like only one main road to get out of here. It's a trap, dog. Big trap. It smells like cow shit out here all the time. But anyways, you're in Diamond Bar. That's a nice ass area. So hit me up, Snoop Dogg. I'd love to come over and talk to you. Call me. Text me. 562-277-1449. Yes, that's my number. Moving on. I want to talk about something that might rub people the wrong way, but I don't give a shit because it's my podcast. I can do whatever the fuck I want. The word n.i.g.g.a. So we can get drunk and smoke weed all day. I just had to say that part. Tupac outlined it, I just want to be your n.i.g.g.a. so we can get drunk and smoke weed all day. That's a sick ass line. But if you've noticed, I do not say the N-word with the A. I just don't. I'll be honest. I hate when I hear people say that word other than brothers. Black folk. If they want to say that, like that's what they want to say. I'm not gonna say it. I don't think Hispanic dudes should say that shit. And I hear it all the time. And I had to just grind my fucking teeth for it. Because what am I gonna say? I'm not gonna change the world with fucking getting mad at somebody. So I just hate that fucking word. I really do. I hate it. So don't use it around me. If you're a brother, say it around me. I don't give a fuck. Call me it if you want to. I don't give a shit. That's what you want to do. I respect that. But for me, that word holds a lot of just nasty crudeness. And I'm not trained to say people should not assimilate or adapt to other cultures. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is I understand that word to have a real terrible and negative meaning. I took a year at a university for English, and I read up just so much during the Gothic era and during the slavery era, and God, I'm gonna find this book. It's by Aquino, but he was an African American man, and he tells his journey. He learned how to speak English. He learned how to write and read all through slavery, and he talks about, for instance, one thing is when he got closer to America, he came out from under the ship, right? They're in the ship, fucking tucked under, and he came out because he was very smart and articulate, and he adapted quickly. So he was able to talk to the masters and the slave owners and the people transporting them. And he tells when he got up to the top of the ship, and he saw snow for the first time. He had never seen snow. He's never heard of snow, ever. Like, just imagine living life. You just never fucking heard of snow. You don't know what it is, and he touched it, and he thought it was sugar. He didn't understand. And that, to me, was like, that always stuck with me. That story of, like, how somebody could just be so trapped that not even their thoughts can happen. They can't even fathom things. Ugh. Fuck all that. So I don't say that word. And if you're around me and you ain't a brother or a sister, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Or just, if you're not, black folk, don't say that word around me. Black folk, that shit's cool with me. They say it in songs all the time. Does not bother me. It bothers me when a 14-year-old Mexican boy is saying it in a fight with another kid, or in just everyday etiquette. I was going over here, my neck, and my neck, and it's like, man, how, what are you gonna do when you're 18? And you come in for an interview and you're saying like, yeah, so what's the job, bud? Yeah. Oh, that's the job, mate. How many you got in here? I don't get it, dude. So just stop. Don't say it anymore. That's it. If you have to say it, some people say ninja. Fucking say that. It won't irritate me as much. It'll just make me look at you a little differently. But I don't like that word. Uh, yeah, just, yeah, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Um, People have different interpretations. I'd love to hear them. If you feel I am completely wrong, let me know. If you think I'm right, or maybe I can polish up that thought a little more, let me know. But I'm not afraid of just being open, and this is my podcast, so I can do what I want when I want. Um, but before I end, I just want to say thank you to the people I have talked to and like reached out with. Um, all of you guys have just been super supportive. Even my closest friends, like, who, as kids coming up, like, man, we'd say something like, oh, this guy's gonna be negative about it, or don't tell him, he's just gonna shit on it. But I gotta say, my friends are just fucking dope, dude. I want to have my friends on. If they want to be on, no fucking pressure. If not, I mean, if they do, fuck it, we'll do it. If not, I'll just never talk to them again. So that's my plan, to lose all my friends and only have listeners. That's it. Eventually, I'm just gonna be in a cave somewhere, like tucked away in the fucking corner, and then like talking like this. I swear, man. But no, I'm just kidding. I love my friends. They're amazing. Um, Thank you guys. You know who you are. I don't want to say your names. I don't know how comfortable you guys feel with that shit. Um, but yes, definitely, I want the podcast to grow. I want to get it out there. I want to see what people think. I want to build my brand. I'm trying to do other things other than just a podcast. I have my website where I'm trying to put up different articles, different research I'm finding. Um, and I'd love to partner with other podcasts and bring you under my own media group, Marquez Media. And that's what I'm going to run the podcast through. Marquez Media can oversee, the literary side of it if I want to go that route. I'm thinking of writing. I'm thinking of publishing. I'm thinking of doing a collaboration with my daughter on a few ideas we have, where she'll do the illustrations and I'll do the writing. And I have a very, very great college friend, Tony Smith. If I think I'm saying his Instagram correctly, it's at Tony, Tony .m.smith, Smith, and he has his own what is it, like, publishing house that he opened, and he's running his shit. He's got his own published book out, which I still need to read. I do have a copy from him, hand delivered from him to me. How fucking cool is that? He's a dope ass dude. Check him out. He's a very good friend, and so there's different things I want to do. I want to write. I want to publish. I want to have fucking apparel. I just feel super creative in this moment, so I want to run with it. So the only way I can really do it is by the help of you guys. If you guys can share this, send it out to, a friend, a fucking coworker. If you got somebody that might like this vibe, send it out. Share it. Word of mouth is really how it's gonna work. I can't I can't afford to go buy ad space. I can't afford um, to run consecutive ads for more than a week. You know what I'm saying? Without wasting money and just purchasing non-usable likes and followers. So I want to do things my way, and it will take a while, which is I'm perfectly comfortable doing. Um, but yeah, get it out there, please. You can really help me out, help my whole family, because I'm not doing this as like a this is not my 9 to 5 job, of course, but it's definitely something I want to have to leave for my girls, like a legacy. I want to leave an imprint that they can have of me and really understand who their dad is and was at some point. Um, so help me out, and I can help you out. All of y'all. God, cameras are so fucking cool. Look how big my hands look. Alright, late.